I'm going to talk a little bit about how to get into the pose Bird of Paradise. This is a pose where I hear it cued as an option frequently in yoga classes, but there isn't a lot of time generally to break it down. So if you aren't totally sure how to get into it, I'm going to walk you through it. I just want to say before we start that this pose, there's a lot happening, a lot going on, and for most of us, we probably want to warm up a little bit before we do this pose. I just taught a class on Zoom, so I did the class as well, so I'm pretty warm and open. If you're not warm and open, maybe do some sun salutations, or I have a Bird of Paradise flow. You can watch this and then incorporate this into the flow where you're warmer, more open, more ready to do the pose. We're going to start with Bird of Paradise in Warrior 2, and we're going to move into the pose from that place. I'll start with my right leg bent, and I'm in Warrior 2. So a couple things that we need for Bird of Paradise are nice open shoulders. It's internal rotation. We want to make sure everything is open in that regard. We also need lengthened hamstrings if we want to work towards straightening the lifted leg. We also need really open hips and then strength in the standing leg. So again, a lot going on. We'll start in Warrior 2, and then we'll move from Warrior 2 into side angle pose, Utthita Parsvakonasana. We'll start with the version with the forearm on the thigh. So you rest the thigh lightly there. And then we want to open the chest. So we'll draw the left shoulder, the top shoulder back, so the collarbone is really broad. This is something that we want to maintain through Bird of Paradise if we take side angle into that posture. We're going to reach the left arm to the sky, draw the left shoulder back, but at the same time, draw the left upper arm into the shoulder socket so it's nice and stable. From here, we'll move towards a half bind. We're going to internally rotate this top arm, which means we're going to turn the left thumb to face the back of the mat, then bring the left thumb to the outside of the right hip. I'm going to turn around so that you can see that on the other side. So Warrior 2, side angle. Left arm extends up, flip the thumb, face it back, and then back of the left hand outside of the right hip. This is your half bind. From here, we'll move into the full bind. I'll show you on this side, and then I'll flip around so you can see it from the back. We're in half bind with back of the hand to the thigh. We're going to drop the right hand to the ground on the inside of the thigh. We're pressing the right knee towards the pinky toe side of the right foot, just like in Warrior 2. Internally rotate the bottom arm. Turn the thumb to face back. Bring the right arm underneath the right thigh. It's probably a little closer to the knee. And then reach back and clasp your left hand. This is where we see frequently a collapse in the chest. This left shoulder falls way down. If you can, try to pull it back. Stay open in the chest. I'm going to show you that on the other side. I'm going to switch legs so I don't get too tired. But same idea, just to give you, reach the arm up, internally rotate, back of the hand opposite hip. Bottom hand slides down to the ground, flip the thumb back, reach around, grab for it. That top shoulder wants to drop down, pull it up and back so the chest is open, the breath is flowing. So already a lot happening. Once we have the bind, we're going to step the back foot forward to meet the front foot. So I bring my gaze to my right foot and then try to do one big step. Root into the right heel, the ball of the right foot, step the left foot forward to meet it. So you can see here, all of my toes are facing the same way. And that's how we prepare to rise into standing. You can start at this place. In my Bird of Paradise flow, we start here. So you're just in a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. You bring one hand in between, find a twist, and find the bind from here. So top thumb faces back, comes to opposite hip. This hand comes between, right? But most of the time when I see it just cued as an option in a vinyasa class, it's coming from side angle. So I wanted to show you how to get from side angle to this place. So here we go. We're in our fold with our bind. And then, I'm going to make sure I do the right same side. All right, so my right foot was forward, so my right arm is underneath. I'm going to strongly into my left foot. Lift to my right toes. And then ground into the left heel. Use that energy to rise to standing. Still holding the bind. I'm still drawing the right shoulder back so the chest is open. Spine is long, crown of the head towards the sky. Left heel planted on the earth. This is where the open hamstring comes into play because you work towards straightening the right leg. My hamstrings are pretty tight, so they don't usually get there. You can also just hold it with the knee bent, and you come out the same way that you went in. I'm losing my bind. So we'll slowly lower down, step the right foot down to meet the left, and then if you came into it from warrior two, you'll step the left foot back to your bound side angle, release the bind, rise up. So squash that whole thing on the left side. We come into warrior two. Move into side angle, forearm rest lightly on the thigh. We're just going to reach the right arm up to the sky to open the chest, draw the right shoulder back. Flip the right thumb to face the back of the room. Bring the back of the right hand to the outside of the left hip. Drop the left hand down to the ground. Flip the thumb backwards. Find the bind. Look at the left foot. Step the right foot forward so that it's right next to it. Feet about hips distance apart. Press your right foot into the mat. Lift your left heel. Come to your left toes. Slightly bend your right knee as you inhale to rise. Draw the left shoulder back. Keep the collarbone broad. Reach to the crown of the head. Work to straighten the left leg. Maybe it straightens. Maybe it doesn't. Either way, it's okay. Rebend the left knee. Lower it down. With control, drishti or gaze is really important. Step back with your right foot to your bound side angle. Release the bind. Find your warrior